How's it going, guys? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer, coming at you with a quick little video, a little bit of an update video. It's been a while since I got in front of the camera. And just as a reminder, you guys know this, anyone who's watched the channel over the last couple of years. I wanted to mention it because another channel that I've been subscribed to over the last couple of months, Retro Rob, he sort of echoes the same sentiment as to what I've always said. You know, he's running his channel on a shoestring budget. Well, maybe not a shoestring budget, but it's, low tier, as they say. And I mean that in a good way, because that's how I run my channel here. We're not all about high production values. We're just putting out content for those who want to watch it to enjoy. And if you don't watch it, it's not a big deal. It's not really about the views, right? Like today, I'm shooting in 480p, trying to get the old SCTV aesthetic going in today's video. I actually changed the setting on my camera to portrait, which is supposed to give me that bokeh, as John Linneman would call it, depth of field. Is that how you say it? Where the background is blurred out and you're crystal clear. But it's not. It doesn't seem to be working. Maybe I got to sit closer to the camera. Does that look blurred? So, yeah, a couple of things I wanted to talk about. Really not a long video, but the first thing is I finally had an opportunity to play around with my wired Logitech controller, which I picked up a week or two ago, and it works well. It works really well. Well, more on that as we move along, as we go along, but yeah, it works well. Couple of pickups that I want to share. Actually, before I show you what I picked up, a couple of clips here. I was at the pawn shop. Some cool stuff. A PS2 complete in box and a really badass looking Zelda Switch Special Edition Switch console. Wowzers. And then at Walmart, you guys can see here, there's tabletop Ninja Turtles arcade 1-up tabletop machines being sold. Good lord. So with today's pickups, I found this at the pawn shop and it wasn't really on my radar. I've always been interested in trying this game out, and I've never played it. And I was shocked to see that it was only $20, because usually this game goes for quite a bit more. And that is Super Paper Mario for the Nintendo Wii. So I picked this up for $20. It is not CIB, not a big deal. The pawn shop also had Super Mario All-Stars for the Nintendo Wii. I don't know if you guys remember that release, the anniversary release. But it wasn't the complete kit and caboodle. It was just the game and the in the box. It didn't have the special commemorative book that would come with it. I passed over that. That was about $40. So the last thing I did pick up was a Nintendo Switch controller, and this is actually done by the company Power A, as you can see here. Now this one looks very similar to the Pro controller, but the Pro controller was $89, $89.99 Canadian, and this was $69.99. So it's $20. I know what you're thinking. Oh, $20. Why didn't you just get the Pro controller? Well, I don't like the way the Pro controller looks. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I'm sure you have. It's got all kinds of weird. I don't know what it is. It's got weird graphics all over it. I don't like the look of it. I really don't. Whereas this one here, it's like a nice matte black finish, and it's got a good feel to it as well. Very under the radar. Very nice, and much to my surprise, it came already pre-charged in the box. So, yeah, I don't know. Haven't tried it out yet. Obviously, there's buttons on the back as well, but it's pretty nice. It was $69.99 Canadian, and at Walmart they also had like an Afterglow controller, which was the same price. It was a transparent controller, and it lights up whatever LED color you want it to light up. I don't want that, right? I'm 41 years old. I'm a 20-year-old trapped inside a 41-year-old's body, okay? But no, I gotta keep it somewhat sedated. So I picked this one up here, and I think it's pretty nice for what I paid. I had a $40 gift card, so it really didn't cost me a whole lot. Really cool. I haven't tried it out yet. The main reason why I bought this is because I'm having a hard time playing games on the Switch with the Joy-Cons. And at Walmart, they do have the beefier Joy-Cons you could get. And that was something I contemplated I was going to get, but I thought about it and I went with the controller because when I'm speed running, Outrun as an example, I want to be able to record the Switch with my camcorder while I stand back with the controller like this, right? So if I'm holding the Switch with the Joy-Cons and I'm trying to hold it in front of the camcorder, behind the camcorder, it proves to be too challenging. So yeah, I'm going to try this tonight. It did come with this cable as well. I guess this is the, must be the charging cable, the USB cable. So not a bad little kit at all. And Walmart actually had a cool looking, kind of like a mini petite controller. Almost looked like a Super NES controller, but it wasn't. And it was the same price as well, but I'm like, nah. I'm like, I want this. And it looks like a Nintendo branded controller. There's nothing, no weird markings on this at all. It says Nintendo Switch up here, and that's it. Nothing that makes it look like the old controllers from like the early 2000s, the Mad Catz controllers. You know how they always look just completely whacked out. This looks like something that could have been shipped with a Nintendo Switch. This company did a really good job with this controller. So that's it. Those are the pickups. What else did I see? Oh yeah, when I was at the pawn shop, they actually had a copy of Half-Life for the PS2, which is a rare game, which I do own. But I don't have it complete in box. I just have the disc. This was CIB, and it was $70. $70. And they had a Raw game, WWF Raw for the Xbox, original Xbox, and it was $70 as well. And they had a weird PS2 game. It looked like it was almost anime. I'm not quite sure what it was, but it actually was a Rockstar game, which I had never heard of, and it had a lenticular cover, and it looked really cool, but the game itself didn't look like anything that would appeal to me, so I didn't buy it. But it looked like it was a PS2 game that must be somewhat rare. I've never seen it. I can't remember what it was called. Oni? And I think it was $35-40. So I took a look at it and I put it back. So that's pretty much it. I'm thinning out the collection. I took out M&M's Kart Racing and the Quarry today. I did like the Quarry, but I don't fancy myself playing it ever again. And M&M Kart Racing is just terrible. I don't want that in the collection. So I am continuously going to try to grow the Wii collection this year. There's a couple of House of the Dead shooting games that I want to get for the Wii. I'm going to probably have to resort to eBay to get those. There's a really cool light gun peripheral. Is that how you say it? Peripheral? That you can get online for the Nintendo Wii, and it looks like a 9mm gun. Like, it looks really cool. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to be able to get there through customs, but it looks like a Desert Eagle. It looks really cool. So I'm going to try to pick that up. And then I called around to a couple of the retro video game stores in Ottawa to see if any of the locations had the Sega Arcade Game Gallery collection for the Game Boy Advance. Because as you guys know, I've been speed running lately, and I do like the version of Outrun on that cart on the Game Boy Advance, but none of the locations had it, so I might have to resort to eBay for that. There's a new retro video game store, which I've never been to before. I think it recently opened up in the city, so I'm going to try to check that out next week, and maybe I'll bring the camcorder along, or I'll try to shoot some video in the store. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But that's it. So I'm picking up games here and there, not going too crazy. Again, I'm getting back into the swing of things with regards to speed running, so I do apologize if it's not everyone's cup of tea and you see that pop up in your feed. I usually leave it up for a couple of hours so anyone that sees it can check it out, and then usually I add it to my playlist and then I delist it. A couple of days ago, I ran outrun for MS-DOS. MS-DOS outrun. That was interesting. And then the other night I did a run of Cruisin' USA for the N64, and that was a lot of fun as well. Unbeknownst to me, I never knew this. There are different strategies in Cruisin' USA. As an example, if you run through US 101, the track US 101, and you use the Jeep, you can go off-road with the Jeep and it doesn't affect the speed of your vehicle. I didn't know that, so I did a run of it using the Testarossa, and I didn't get a very good time. So tonight I'm going to try to go back and run that back with the Jeep. So you guys might see that pop up later on my feed as well. So I know I'm probably forgetting something else. I was going to rant about Evercade, but maybe we'll save that for another day. PK is going on about this new bundle that includes the Tomb Raider HD collection. There's a new Evercade console coming out. PK said he wasn't going to do a video on it. Now he's saying he's going to buy the console. Now he's going to shoot a video. Oh my god! So I'm going to throw this box out because I know there's a lot of you guys out there that are box collectors, and I am to a certain degree, but not when it comes to third-party stuff. So this will be going in the garbage. So that's going to do it for me. Hopefully, once I stop recording and I go to upload this video, hopefully it doesn't look too blurry with the portrait settings that I'm using. But that's going to do it for me. That's it. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. You people are wonderful and beautiful, and you take care.